Good morning. Tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'm going to be going live with my friend Steven from the BG cast, and we're actually going to be talking about spiritual warfare and spiritual leadership. I think him and I are on very parallel paths in terms of, being able to see through the BS of the social engineers and the propagandists, and just being able to direct the future of the new earth, or being part of the leadership of the new earth. Him and I are not like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, right? We're part of it. But in the meantime, I just wanted to talk about this unfortunate experience that I had. It was minimal, but still just a little unpleasant. I recently posted an ad on Craigslist just looking for a room to rent. The winter is coming, and I'm at a place where I think I could pay $750 a month for a room and still make progress financially. And I would like to maybe get out of the van if possible. I'm not planning on it. I was just randomly seeing if any leads could be found. So I posted on Craigslist, explaining my situation a little bit, and I in the back of my mind, I knew this was opening me up to potential creepiness, because Craigslist is very really hit or miss. You can have some good deals and exchanges and encounters on Craigslist, but you can also have some extremely creepy ones, like I got. I got an email recently, and it's frustrating. There are layers of frustration to this. Let me just first go over the email. It was from a woman who was a dominatrix. I'm sex positive, no judgment there yet so far, but she offered to let me stay in her extra room for a few weeks in exchange for me doing sexual things. So allowing her to do dominant things to me. She specified a doctor-patient scene and scenario. Again, I'm sex positive. I'm not judging. And then she also wanted me to perform things for her. But it was just really gross, because at no point in my ad did I mention anything sexual. And we are in Seattle, Washington, which is one of the bastions of progressivism. And more than likely, this woman, this dominatrix, is part of the progressive ideology that would be so vocal and so judgmental if the roles were reversed. So if it was a woman looking for a room to rent and a man offered sexual exchange, they would just be outraged. And yet, underneath their fake virtue, they're actually really shitty people. Not all of them, but a lot of them. A lot of progressives are fake. They're very fake. If you uncover who they really are, they're horrible. And this person is an example of that. And, one thing you can say about conservatives, they might be a little more brash, but you generally get what you see. They have, pockets that they don't show also, but this theme, destiny. Oh my gosh. Destiny is a great example. What's his name? Stephen Bonnard or Ballard or whatever, the streamer known as Destiny. That guy has I made a video about a year ago, maybe, saying, hey, are you okay? Because some things had started to leak about shitty things he had done, like revenge porn releasing and things like that. And that's not the only thing. He's just been a piece of fucking shit. And yet he claims to be this like moral arbiter of ultimate truth and justice. But he's out here calling conservatives, calling for them to be afraid and for them to be martyred. He is another example of these fake progressives, how they like claim to be so moral, but in actuality, underneath their veneer of virtue signaling, they're pieces of shit. Destiny is a piece of shit. And so this email, this woman, I responded to the email just commenting saying, this is gross. I'm sex positive, but I did not consent to participate in your kink dialogue. I'm a little disappointed that in the Seattle area, with such a progressive base, that such disgusting behavior is being exhibited. You know, and then I said also, whatever happened to the progress we made during the Me Too movement? And I ended it with everything. It's all good though. I forgive you. Jesus forgives you. And I'm sure all of that, if this person was probably it's a dominatrix, BDSM. One more quick note. I'm sex positive, but there are some elements of BDSM that I think are potentially unhealthy. I think overall it can be a healthy expression of sexuality and intimacy, but specifically within the queer sex positive movement that likes to transgress boundaries, that whole notion of transgressing boundaries is actually counter to the concept of BDSM, because BDSM is explicitly about establishing boundaries and pushing them, but not transgressing them. When you transgress a boundary, you are not getting consent, so you're removing someone's ability to consent. And the progressive sexuality movement has actually not been great for our country, I believe. I'm getting a little off subject here. Like I said, though, I'm sex positive. I think people should be swingers if they want to be swingers. I think you should do BDSM consciously if that's what interests you, and with consent, informed consent, and a lot of communication. I do not believe that just being sexually free and open is the path towards fulfillment. I believe it's individually based. Some people are just, through whatever reason, whether it be nature or nurture or the combination of both, are going to be inclined towards monogamy, and that's what they're going to thrive with. Other people are not going to thrive in a monogamous scenario. Some people like very vanilla sex. Some people like crazy intense stuff. Again, the conversation we should be having is you, as you develop and grow, should explore what interests you. Why does it interest you? What are you comfortable and interested in pursuing, and at what pace? And in general, it should be at a gradual or slower pace, so you can take things in and really, before you commit to a lifestyle or commit to something serious, you have a little bit of experience. This is not where I intended for the video to go, but I like it. Let me figure out a wrap-up point, and then we will be done. Total sidetrack point, but somewhat connected. Another reason that I'd like to, have a living space again is I was looking at pictures of myself, and over the last 3 to 5 years, I've gained like some weight, and I don't necessarily like it. I think I've done a relatively okay job at my diet and whatnot, given my circumstances, but I really would like to lose, no joke, about 30 pounds, I think would be the good number. Because I think I'm about 220, 230 right now. I should be more about 180 to 190 in reality. I used to power lift, and that's why I have a really good frame of muscle and size. But now I want to transition more to like calisthenics. I would like to, my goal in life, I want to be able to do one of those, what do they call them? A front lever. I want to be able to do a front lever. And I'm nowhere close right now. But if I lose some weight and continue working on my mobility and flexibility, joint health, I think I can do it. you know, and I'll be 40 by that time probably, but being 40 and doing a front lever, not a bad place to be. I don't feel almost 40 though. It's so weird. I turned 38 in a few months. So I saw a video, I haven't watched it yet, about, I'm rambling now, neurodivergent people and how we have like this delayed maturation process. I need to watch that to figure it out. I do feel like an adult, and I do feel I'm going to end it there. Thank you very much. Much love.